Right, Chris, you're right.
A couple of minutes on Mondays if you like, guys. It's up to you.
Chris, tight game in terms of the scoreline. What was your take on that?
I should imagine everything that you'll say or you see is exactly what I've seen again. Not that ability to listen, not through rose-tinted glasses. I didn't think it was one-way traffic, but certainly we had enough opportunities as a away side. If we executed those opportunities to get something from the game, and yet again we haven't.
And at the other end as well, you stayed in it for long enough to make one of those opportunities count, didn't you? If you could do it.
Yeah, listen, there was plenty of resolve, there was plenty of fight and grit, which it doesn't have to be applauded. It's standard and should be. Not just as a Sheffield United player, but as a Sheffield United as a professional footballer. So there it is. So they've had opportunities, we've had opportunities, but yeah, again, as I keep saying the word, but they executed their chance and got themselves in front, had opportunities to extend that. We stuck in there, rung in there, but ultimately we've not got enough quality to get ourselves back into the game and get something from the game.
Is that, in a nutshell, the story of the season, do you think?
I think from game 1 right the way through to game 37, it was last week. I've looked at the sort of the previous 8 games as well, and there's some score lines there, and I'm thinking, how have we not got more than 4 points from those eight away games? Palace, Wolves, Man United, Liverpool, and there's all different types of games in there in terms of the standard of the league, but I wouldn't have been shocked if we'd have got some more results in those fixtures. The Newcastle one, but we keep saying the same thing. So whether it's belief, whether it's personality, whether it's just individual quality that makes the difference, you can possibly put it in all 3 categories.
Yeah. I know we've talked a lot in recent weeks about the supporters, but again, out there, that was a nice. It doesn't seem like a broken football club, is it? You're not going down.
It isn't a broken football club. No. It isn't. It's connected football club. It's had a bad season. It's a really good football club. I think we all understand what toxic looks like. I've seen it at our football club. I've seen it right the way through football. When it really is, but. And at times it is humbling because you sometimes think, do we deserve because of the position that we're in? Hopefully they're seeing things and they love their football club, our football club. So my job now is to rebuild and produce another team that is supported passionately because players are pulling on that shirt, but is supported. And watching a winning team now, and that's the challenge for me. I think you understand my mindset of it in terms of where I am with it, and how how much I've seen. I've had some great memories and great moments, and I want to get those moments back. I want the supporters to get those moments back, and I want the players to feel that. I think you understand how do we get to that situation. Well, a lot of hard work, a lot of big decisions, a lot of thought that will go into what happens and how we go forward.
Yeah, must be nice to get Rhian back out there. He can be a big player next season, can't he?
Yeah, he deserves a run. He's been outstanding. We just need him to be healthy right the way through. And if we can get the best out of Rhian and Aimer and Blaster and other players. In with my senior players, so I know it'll be talked about. Obviously Jack Robinson's little spat with Dom. So I've got no issue with both players. They both want to win for their football clubs. So I like to think Evertonians know the football as well, and they'll understand that. They might have seen that in a situation or two over the years. So you support it when it's your team. You look at it at a different angle when it's against, but at least he's showing some fight and some desire to influence his team and get them going. I think it's a correct decision, but I know other people will think in modern day football that that by the letter of the law something more should have happened. But I'm glad the referee and the VAR took the sensible decision.
Yeah, just finally from me, I was Ben Osborne.
Yeah, he had so off the back of that, Brooksy was lightheaded at half time, so we gave him an opportunity to clear his head, and he was still suffering a little bit. Blaster had a tight calf. I can't lose him for the final game of the season. I don't think it was right as well. And Ben Osborne had a tight hamstring from yesterday's training session, so that wasn't a risk, and hopefully he'll be okay for the weekend.
Cheers, Chris.
Cheers.
Young Curtis, Chris, you give him a little bit of run. You're not the sort of manager who hands substitutions like confetti to young players, so he got his chance there.
Yeah, he got his chance. I think he'll look back at it and think, wow, it's a different league, it's a different setup, it's a different pace to everything. So, it wasn't by any means an accomplished debut, so it'll give him a taste of what the Premier League's like and how physical it is and how quick it is. So, he has to get up to speed as well if he wants to be part of everything going forward.
Yeah.
Cheers, Leo.
Any more Sundays or any Mondays?
Chris, I hope this doesn't sound like a daft question. Obviously, you're somebody that's been involved in football for a long time and you've seen a lot. With Everton's new stadium move the season after next, this may well be the last time that you're involved in a match at Goodison Park. I just wondered whether that held any resonance or significance, whether you viewed this stadium as special in any way for any reason.
Yeah, I was just saying to Jack Lester before I came in 1981. I had an opportunity I got invited over by Everton as an associated schoolboy as it was in 1981 to watch a game, Liverpool boys versus London boys, and there's obviously a little bit of connection from a family point of view as well, living in Liverpool and my dad being a Scouser, so it's been a bear pit at times. So right the way through the 80s, we all know what you guys all know what special times it was. Speaking to Graham Stewart and Ian Snodding, I know well. So understanding that when this place gets rocking and it's a really tough place, and I think by talking to them, the design of obviously the new stadium is really important to the supporters as well, that they make it a similar atmosphere. I think we did our best to quieten down today. Didn't do enough, but understanding of being here as a player and being here as a manager and being here as watching games when it really gets rocking and they get on the front foot, it's a really difficult place to get a result. So yeah, I should imagine there's a lot of Evertonians that will be very sad to move away, but part of a bright future. I've got a lot of respect for Sean in terms of what he's done and what he's doing at the moment in difficult circumstances. So yeah, I wish you guys all the best. I thought the reception that we got at the end, similar to Newcastle, was class A from Newcastle punters when we got relegated, and yet again was classy again from Everton supporters, which I didn't expect any different.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for that. I appreciate it.
All right.
All good.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
All the best.
Yep.
Yeah.